So Andrej Karpathy spent a weekend vibe coding a little project for fun and accidentally sketched the missing layer in a lot of enterprise AI roadmaps. Here's the idea in plain English. He basically wanted to read a book with a committee of AIs. So he hacked together a setup where you ask a question, the same prompt gets sent to multiple models, they all give their takes, they critique or comment on each other, and then a kind of chairman model synthesizes the final answer. That's it. Multiple models, some lightweight debate, one synthesis step. He called it vibe code, a weekend experiment, not production software. But if you zoom out, it's kind of hilarious because that's exactly the sort of orchestration layer a ton of vendors are now trying to sell to enterprises. At its core, the logic is really thin. Fan out a query, collect responses, optionally let models judge or rank each other, combine the best bits into a final output. You don't need a 50-page white paper to understand it. You can almost describe the algorithm on a napkin. The part that doesn't fit on a napkin is everything around it that big companies actually care about. Who's allowed to call which model? How do we log every step for audit and debugging? How do we strip or mask PII before prompts leave our zone? How do we enforce rate limits, costs, and SLAS? How do we prove to regulators what the system did and why? That's the real enterprise problem. Not, can we call 3 models and merge their answers? But can we do that at scale, safely, with governance, and not get wrecked by compliance, outages, or a big hallucination lawsuit? Karpathy's weekend hack kind of exposes the joke. The AI brain layer is often just a few hundred lines of orchestration logic. The expensive part is the operations and guardrails wrapped around it. So if you're building an AI platform right now, the question isn't, can we copy the council logic? You probably can. The real question is, what part of this stack do you want to own? And what part are you actually okay paying a vendor to wrap in security, monitoring, compliance, and support? Because if a weekend of vibe code can sketch the core architecture, you probably don't want to spend the next 3 years pretending that's the magic. The magic is whether you can run it safely in the real world.